welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie, I'm the senior editor here, and today I'm delighted to bring you a conversation on the topic of the agent, the contact center agent of the future. And today, to discuss this thought-provoking topic, I'm joined by two very special guests. First up, we have Nerys Corfield, Director of Injection Consulting. Nerys, it's great to have you join us. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you, Charlie. Great to be here.
Well, it's great to have you join us. And I don't know, to kind of kick us off, if you could give us a quick little intro into your role within the contact center industry.
Okay, yeah, so I started running contact centers and being in contact centers since 98. And for about 19 years, I ran contact centers for lots of global brands and their customer service teams in outsourcing. And for the last 7.5 years, I've been bridging the gap between technology and operations by auditing contact centers and really trying to translate the vision of the customer experience and the operational experience to the needs of the technology investment. And I'm pretty renowned for being a bit of a champion of advisors.
Excellent. Well, it's great to have such kind of an experienced advisor champion with us on today's call to discuss this very important joiner. So thank you for that, Nerys, and we'll quickly move on to our second very special guest, who is Jennifer Murphy, Chief Marketing Officer at Five9. Jennifer, we're thrilled to have you join us. How are you doing today?
Great, and I'm really glad to be here with you and Nerys for this conversation.
Well, it's really great to have you as well, Jennifer, and I'll put the same question to you as I did to Nerys. Could you give us a little bit of background to your role within the contact center industry?
Sure. So as you said, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Five9. For those who don't know, Five9 is a leading provider of cloud contact center as a service. So I get the privilege on a daily basis to work with customers, partners, advisors, analysts, consultants, and our internal employees here at Five9. Learning about the contact center, what are some of our customers' biggest challenges, and how can we as Five9, alongside our massive partner ecosystem, help them bring solutions to those challenges as well. So it's really great to dive into the contact center even more. I come historically from an IT background, but customer experience and agent experience are such pertinent topics that it's really great to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to hear about how your portfolio at Five9 is changing as well to meet the demands of the agent, the new agent experience. So yeah, great to have you both join us for today's topic. But now let's start to kind of dive right into this very meaty topic. And I think, Nerys, I'll put the first question to you, and that is, there's been a lot of talk recently about the current state of the contact centers and customer service. How do you see it, and how do you kind of see the role of the contact center agent changing in that?
Yeah, so overall it's pretty depressing, unfortunately, which is really sad because I do lots of judging of really good contact center and good customer service experience. But overall, it is pretty depressing. There's lots of bad press going on about the poor customer service experience, the complexities. And I think probably to really highlight that is the example in Spain, where the government have stepped in and put penalties for any businesses that are making their customers wait for more than 3 minutes. And that just really tells of the headache that the complexities that businesses are causing affect the customer. But then obviously the recipient of that frustration and complexity is then the advisors, who are just having to take the burden of that stress. They're having to apologize for those broken processes, apologize for that failure demand, try and resolve and sort of calm down a then very frustrated customer who's had lots of disjointed experiences. So yeah, and that's playing itself out in higher than ever agent and advisor attrition rates within contact centers. So it's not a great picture at the moment, Charlie.
Yeah, well, I think you've done a really great job there of painting that rather bleak picture of the industry. But I think that example that you gave kind of the current situation, the government stepping in, in Spain. I mean, it's remarkable, really. And it'll be interesting now, Jennifer, to kind of hear your thoughts on this, and maybe which technologies are coming to the fore to kind of support contact centers and contact center agents in the current in this current state of play.
Yeah, well, I think some of those things that Nerys talked about there, that's when it really, technology can help, especially around the complexity. So it comes down to, I think for us, the 3 A's, AI, automation and analytics, and how you can bring those together in what we call collaborative intelligence. So essentially what that is how you can help agents to punch above their weight. So using AI as an example, to assist the agent in real time during the call, giving them guidance so that when the customer does come in with lots of questions, different maybe issues that they've had, the agent can reference back to a knowledge base and be able to see, okay, well, here's maybe where this has happened before. Here's some context on the customer so that they can create a more personalized and empathetic experience. Using automation to scale, as Nerys talked about, there is an increasing volume of calls or interactions. It could be chats as well coming into the contact center. So looking at how you can use automation in order to be able to scale those interactions and get to the customer's problem as soon as possible and get to their solution as soon as possible. And then analytics, that last piece. How do you use the data that you have within your contact center to get better insights and be able to do things like journey mapping, understanding preferences of customers? So do they prefer to speak to an agent? Do they prefer to use self-service? So I think it really comes down to all of those different pieces. Automation, AI and analytics, and how you use them in a collaborative way to create that intelligence within that contact center to create both a better customer experience and agent experience.
Yeah, I love that. Those 3 A's, AI, automation and analytics. I think I might use that one in future articles with CX today. So yeah, I think lots of really great use cases within there, Jennifer. I think kind of maybe aside from technology implementations now so it'd be quite interesting to kind of get your thoughts on which trends are really exciting you most and which do you believe will become more popular in the future?
Yes, so obviously there are all of those really great technology, tools available in the marketplace by the leaders, the CCAS leaders like Five9. I think that an A that will get in the way is apathy. And so the things that are exciting me are the fact that steering committees and continual improvement focus and just general transformation is now sitting in heart and center around customer service experience and less so being owned by the marketing teams and the brand teams. It really is being recognized that customer service experience and what that transaction means to that customer and how you deliver that transaction will have a long-term impact on your lifetime value, on your retention, and ultimately on the amount of revenue that advocating customer then brings back to you. So I guess there's a lot going on around process and people.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. I remember we had a discussion a few years ago about how contact centers can wrestle social media back from marketing, and it's interesting that the contact center has kind of become kind of this hub almost for customer experience, and I think that will play an interesting part in the future of customer experience. Now, Jennifer, it will be kind of bringing this back to technology a little bit. Kind of, how is the Five9 portfolio evolving to support kind of this agent of the future and these customer experience hubs? How is it evolving?
Yeah, so I think there are a few different pieces actually. So just touch upon what Nerys was saying and what you were saying there. The contact center is such a wealth of information and such a wealth of data, and sometimes that has been undervalued and underplayed. And so I think one of the areas that we're focusing on in 5.9 is how can we help the contact centre be less of an island and actually share that information out to the broader organisation and let the broader organisation see the true value of all of the data and information that the contact centre actually holds and how other departments can use it, whether that be marketing or support. So letting the contact centre be in the driving seat, and how you do that is by making sure that we've got robust analytics and reporting. So we've been putting a lot, we just released some new analytics capabilities that allow our customers to be able to do a lot of self-service analytics as well, so that they can provide that information out to the other teams. Building out a robust API portfolio as well, so that if our customers need to be able to share that data into other systems, so a lot of our customers use Tableau or Domo to do their overall reporting, so being able to push the contact center reporting out into those other systems. And then bringing it back to the agent, that's where AI plays a huge part. So our intelligent virtual agents are a huge part of how we're evolving to support the agent of the future, whether that's helping them with IVAs so that we can increase self-service, whether it's things like agent assistance so that we can provide knowledge base and guidance to agents whilst they're real time in the core, or helping customers also to do things like automated quality management and interaction analytics, so that supervisors can provide insights back to the agents and again help guide them, help coach them, help identify areas of frustration maybe consistently across calls that need to be changed.
Yeah, I think again that really kind of showcases the depth now of solutions that are available to contact centers to help support agents. There's lots of them, really great kind of use cases in there, from kind of BI systems to agent assist models. I think, yeah, lots of great stuff. And I know 5.9 also have kind of a Teams integration and how that can be used for knowledge sharing across the enterprise as well. I think, lots of really fascinating examples there. And yeah, but as we kind of move into the future and we continue kind of on this journey, it'll be interesting kind of as a final question to both of you to kind of hear your predictions for the contact center of 2032, let's say. So yeah, I don't know, Nerys, if you kind of have any final kind of predictions that you'd like to share with us?
Well, I'm going to stick my neck on the line like Gartner did in 2017 and say by 2032, 85% of interactions will be managed in the metaverse. No, they won't. But I think there'll be some shining examples of really good practice. I think all of these things, they're all reliant on good data, knowledge bases, giving agents real-time guidance, bringing up knowledge assets. That needs somebody who is a knowledge champion and supporting that, being able to support them, whether they're back into the contact center or probably in centers of excellence where they can go and engage and feel like they're supported, and then go back to their working from home environments while still being enabled and feel very connected to the contact center. I think there probably will be some interactions happening in the metaverse, but that's to see what happens there. But really, I really hope that operations contact center, to Jennifer's point, that is where the sticky toffee pudding of data exists. That is where the sentiment of the customer exists and the sentiment of the advisors, and there's a lot more going on around supporting the mental health of the advisors. And really, you said we did. So I hope their profile and their wages go up in line with the critical nature of the job that they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that statistic from Gartner as well, 85% in the metaverse. It seems crazy, but I guess you never know.
No, actually, to be fair, in 2017, Gartner said that by 2020, 85% of interactions would be on chatbot. And of course, that's the ludicrousy in this industry of trying to think about looking through a crystal ball. You can think about where your North Star could be and should be, but there are lots of milestone points that you're going to have to do to get there. So I guess the point I'm making was it isn't all going to be in the metaverse. But if I could stick my neck out and make that prediction, I think I might be, laughed at somewhat in 2032 when that isn't the case.
Yeah, but it'll be definitely interesting to see where a lot of these innovations will go. I mean, we may even have AI-powered bots in the metaverse talking to customers. I think it's
I think we will, yeah.
yeah, it's an interesting topic, and I don't know, throwing a ball over the crystal ball over to you now, Jeanette. I don't know kind of if you have any predictions also into the kind of future of the contact center.
Yeah, I love the metaverse debate. I think that's just such an interesting one. I think there's going to be certain use cases which in 2032 we're going to be there, but I think I might be with Nerys on that. Not quite sure it's going to be that high. But I do think that we're going to see a lot more mundane tasks being completed on everyday channels like SMS, web chat, WhatsApp. I think that's still got a long way to go. You know, Nerys mentioned chatbot, but I think all the other channels outside of voice are still going to need, and outside of calling, are going to see a larger influx as people move more towards self-service, more towards this quick pace, getting instant answers. I do think, and I do hope that the agent is going to become more of an SME, or they're going to be recognised for their subject matter expertise. More so than they are today, and therefore have a more pertinent and a more prominent role in the discussion around customer experience, because they hold a lot of tacit knowledge, which sometimes you just can't get from reporting and analytics. You need to actually speak to the agents. I do think as well that the metrics, therefore, are going to change. So things like handle time's probably going to increase because we're having more complex calls, interactions. We're having more complex conversations, whether that be over voice or over chat. So I think that's another thing. And I do think that AI undoubtedly is just going to become more persistent in the customer engagement and the customer experiences we create. People are still figuring out AI. They're still figuring out how to make AI practical. And I'm hopeful that by 2032, we're not having that discussion anymore. We're full steam ahead on the use cases that we know AI can actually help in the contact center.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be interesting to pick up on one of your points there as well about kind of agents becoming subject matter experts. It'll be interesting to see how contact centers evolve to reach that. I guess AI will play a huge part in that as we move forward. But yeah, very, very interesting topic. And I think that's a great place to end today's chat. So thank you both very much for joining me.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks.
Excellent. And thank you for everybody for watching as well. Bye for now.